Well, hello again. So, last time we talked about the steps that we enter to after we get divorced and how we are supposed to be respectful, loving, and kind to our spouse. Now, today or tonight, or whatever it may be, wherever you are, we're supposed to be talking about the effect of this selfish decision that parents make, the divorce, on children. And of course, you all know that that is the most important part of our life when we decide to become a parent. In my opinion, you either become a parent, live, think, and act like one, or don't become one and still want to live and act and think as a single person. Either you are a father, you're a mother, or you're not. You can't be both, being a parent, being married, and still live and act and think as if you're single. And if you're divorced, well, you can't be a single parent and still think the priority is leaning toward being and having a single lifestyle. No, that can't happen. If you're anything decent, if you have any intention of raising a good child for his benefit, her benefit, or for the benefit of the society and the community they will be living amongst, and for your own benefit, what happened to the honor? What happened to feeling of satisfaction of what you have helped to create or to accomplish? A good citizen to the world. And that needs care, like any good flower, plant, that you so carefully water and give nutrients and sunshine, and you're so careful about, so agitated if somebody goes around your plants and not being careful. But what about the children? Aren't they more important than plants are? Aren't they the ones who actually do determine the future of mankind in one way or another? Isn't it true that we all affect each other in one way or another in this journey of life? And whatever we do and however we interact, act, and interact with each other and with the world and with the challenges is going to affect the outcome of that society and that world that we live in. So how do you ensure that you have a good plant? From the seed, when you plant it, you take good care of it. You make sure the roots are healthy and strong and affected by only positive surrounding, good nutrients, good water, good sunshine, good love. You have to give love to the plant. When you want to take care of the plants, you should include energy. The Japanese call it ki. We can call it energy or love or ki, whichever, all means the same. There was a study done by a president of the university, which at the time, of course, traditionally is called college, but it was a four-year college, accredited university in many different fields. Lewis and Clark, which happens to be the one that I graduated from. And at the time, one of the studies that the president of the time of the college did for his, I believe it was for his thesis, I hope I'm not wrong, was that he chose a room with the same type of flowers and plants on one side of the room and the same type and the number of the plants and flowers on the other side of the room. And this room would get the same amount of sun in both sides, gave the same quality and amount of water and nutrients to both sides, and he just made one different approach, or one thing was different in treating and in raising these plants on two different sides of the room. When he watered one side, he didn't just water them, he talked with them. He said, "Hello, lovely flower. Hello, lovely plant. You look so beautiful today. Wow, what a sunshine. Hope you're having a nice day." Simple, loving feelings he extended to these flowers of one side, after all. And to the other side, he didn't talk at all. He just watered and did not extend any type of communication, love, and feelings. Sure enough, the necessities to raise a healthy being is not just the nutrients and the light and the water and sustenance and so on. It is also the energy that we are all made out of. And in this case, the love. One side of the room that he had extended love to and talked with them when he watered them grew bigger, healthier, greener, nicer. And the other side, after a while, they were neglected, ignored, didn't receive love, but they received all the other nutrients and water and sunshine. They went yellow and low quality. That surely is enough to accept that there is something over and beyond the obvious that people think in order to raise a good child is enough. And they neglect to see that it is love that can actually create that strong root and make this person a secure, strong, balanced person and a member of the society that he or she is going to be part of. So let's don't forget, children are made out of energy like anything else, and they require positive and good, kind, loving energy. You need to pay attention to them, respect them, speak nicely to them, attend to their needs, and then guide them to do or not to do this or that with reasons behind it so they can understand and in future become their own guardian. And it would not be needed for you to be around them so they will be forced or be careful in their dealings in their daily life and attend to their duties as they should, and to abide by certain rules and be positive and behave properly and attend to their duties and responsibilities and so on. But if you talk with them and explain things and respect them, that they're intelligent beings, and treat them as such, they will get to the point that they will reason with themselves whether you're there or not, and they will know why they should or shouldn't do something, attend or not to attend to this duty or responsibility or whatever activity that may be. And they know the reason, and that would be the person who becomes a positive member of the society with the strong roots and understanding why things should or should not be done. Why should I do my homeworks? Why should I do this or not to do that? These are all because you spoke with them, talked with them, respected them, explained to them, and they now have a good database to draw on and find out and adjust their behavior accordingly. The respect and love is not limited to the adults. It is necessary if you command or demand or expect respect from your children. You must request that with example, by example, meaning respect them first, love them first, show them trust first, and then that respect from their side towards you will come automatically. You cannot command respect, you have to earn respect. And often, if you want to shake someone's hand, you will draw your hand first, and they will respond in kind. Same thing with love and respect. You extend the love and respect to your children, and the children will do the same. So like the plants, you need to extend this love, plus all the other things that you can provide for them. But the communication is one of the most important part of bonding with your children. And you need to start bonding with them right from day one. And you cannot just tell them, do this, don't do that, and expect them to follow. They may follow because of the fear of punishment. But you must expect what you want them to do or not to do by example. Meaning, if you yourself are going to have, I don't know, a certain beverage, then you can't tell your child not have it. The child will see that you've told him or her, don't have that drink, whatever it may be, coffee, tea, or soft beverage, pop of some kind, but then yet you're having it yourself. Regardless of what logic you had behind it, the child will always be confused or remember that you told him or her not to do it, but you yourself were doing it. And no matter what reasoning you had behind it, what special circumstances where it was on that particular day for your son or your daughter, if they were sick or ill or whatever, the reason was that you told them don't drink this or don't have this or don't do this or don't eat this, but you yourself did it, it will not leave the exact message that you want to leave with them. It will not leave the same impression that you want them to get from that request of yours, and that they shouldn't drink that or eat that or do that, whatever it may be. So make sure in your life and in your dealings with your child, if you don't want them to do something, don't do it yourself. If you want them to do something, such as do your homework before you go play, then you make sure that he or she realizes that you do your work before you go and goof off. You do your work and duties, whatever it may be, your job, your duties, professional duties, or just putting the garbage out or washing the dishes, whatever it is that it is your task at the time, you need to do that before you go and read a book or watch TV or whatever else it is that you may be doing. So your child will see the special circumstances or rules and regulations are not just for him, because then it would look like a punishment or a prejudice against him, a segregation policy, so to speak, or something that he would have to do but you don't. It doesn't create the necessary balance that you may be looking for to create a certain atmosphere that your request would be accepted by your child. So make sure you do yourself what you expect from your children. I think it is very important for you to realize that there is no difference between you and them in your expectations of fairness, justice, and careful behavior, respect, politeness, kindness, and everything else that you may be expecting. As children are not supposed to be thought of as lesser than what you are. However you treat them, that's how they will treat their children in the future, or their friends, or their younger siblings. It is imperative for you to understand that you need to communicate with your children rather than punishing them for having or not having done a certain thing. I never had a punishment system for my son, whom I love more than the apple of my eye. And he knows it. And it's important for your children to know how much you care, respect, and love them at all ages. After all, what are we without our children? And if we can't gain their respect by the way we conduct ourselves and our affairs in the society and in our home to begin with, how can we expect them to follow us, learn from us, respect us? So it is very important to understand that punishment is a temporary remedy, possibly, for the lack of a better word, I use remedy, but it's not a remedy. Punishment may be some decision you make to deal with a certain situation, but it will only last or be used for that particular instance. But it will not be a long-lasting effect. In other words, the child will not know why I should or shouldn't do this. I was punished for not doing it, but next time he may be doing it if you're there, and for the fear of punishment he may be doing it, but in his heart and in his mind, he doesn't know why he should do it. What if he doesn't do it? What are the consequences to himself, or what is the consequences of him not doing that particular task to the society, to the home, to the parents, to the other sibling, to his schooling, to his education, to his future, to his sport activities, whatever it may be? He would not know. He would just know that he got punished. He was punished because he didn't do it. So if he can get away without being punished, then it's okay if he doesn't do it, because he doesn't understand what's the importance or significance of doing this or not doing this. For example, if you punish a child for not having done his homework or her homework, well, the child knows that he'll be punished if he doesn't do it, but he doesn't know why he should do it. What good comes of it if he does it? What bad comes of it if he doesn't do it? That logic and ability to reason with responsibilities and things that are expected or should be done or not should be done is what you're looking for. The child himself is an intelligent person. Your daughter or your son is as intelligent as it can be. We are intelligent species. You got to treat each other that way and let them grow to and understand while they're growing that they are intelligent, and let them rely on their intelligence to deal with the responsibilities, and do not expect them to comply or react to punishment for having to having to perform their duties and responsibilities. So for that you need to explain, why do you go to school? Well, you have certain reasons that you can talk about it. Well, you will feel better, you will feel educated, you will feel something to say, you would know how things are, you would be able to go to a higher grade, which eventually you'll finish high school, you'll go to university, if that's how you feel it's the right thing for your child, which, in most cases it is. So if the child knows the advantages of doing something, studies or education and so on, and how it relates to his lifestyle and future and ability to provide for himself, his family, and that helps him to have a more comfortable life, and so on and so forth, whatever you can come up with as an explanation of why such thing should take place and why he should do it and give it importance, or why something else shouldn't be done and the reasons for that, which is not supposed to be done. These are what makes the difference. Otherwise, punishing someone, it's not good. They will do it for the fear of punishment, but they will not be the rooted, strong people with strong understanding of what responsibility is, what honor is, what sense of duty is, because they don't know why they're doing what they're doing, or they should be doing what they should be doing, or what they shouldn't be doing what they shouldn't be doing. So it is important to relay with that explanation to them. You're also relaying the respect you have for them and for their intelligence. Therefore, they will have respect for themselves and their intelligence, and they will believe in themselves that they can make good decisions because the reasons are clear for them. And these are all very small little things, but it can really become the seed for the children to be able to perform important tasks in the future. And in the meantime, in the process, you will be bonded with them. They will respect you, for you have respected them. They will trust you, for you have trusted them. For me, punishment is a wrong thing. You tell a child, I take your TV away, you can't watch TV, or you can't go to that game, or you can't have this goodie, or you can't have that, or you can't play your game, or whatever. These are all punishments, again, which is, to me, any punishment is disrespectful. And we human beings must eventually learn that we must respect each other, and punishment is a bullying, is a process of bullying, is a certain bullying, is pressure, is unfairness. It is not logic. If you can convince someone to do something voluntarily because of the logics behind the benefits of that task to get done, it's far easier and beneficial and effective and efficient than these bullying and scaring a child from losing something and taking away something, or, God forbid, raising your hand on the children. Never ever raise your hand on your children. That is very disrespectful. Definitely not loving. Surely is not going to help them to trust you. So what good is there? How can you beat someone that you helped bring into this world? Remember, universe has entrusted this life to you. You have been chosen as a parent to take care of this life. It's one of the most sacred and beautiful, important things that has been bestowed upon you, that you are a custodian of this life. Provide for him or her. Love, show respect, care, be unselfish, serve them. They will learn by example. Not everybody can be a parent. There's so many fathers and mothers, husbands and wives, there's so many husbands and wives in the world that they wish to have children, and they know how to have children, and they try, and they've learned books, and they know, but they won't get to become a parent. And there's so many husbands and wives that they didn't even think of it, and very easily they get to become a parent. They get pregnant and they deliver a child. Simply, that should tell you that whatever it is that you believe in, well, let's look at this. Universe is such magnificent organization and power. And it's not up to us to become a parent. We are chosen to be a custodian of another life. And the universe, nature, chose you, whoever you are, that you have become a father or mother. That's an important position in this universe, in this life. So cherish it, take care of it, respect it. You can't beat your child. You can't punish your child severely or physically. I'm against any kind of punishment, let alone physical punishment. So if you're chosen to be a father or mother, that means you've been chosen by the nature, by the universe. And maybe you didn't even ask for it. And the ones who asked for it didn't get it, maybe. And many who didn't ask for it, they got it. So it's a choosing process of the universe. It's not really up to us. I gave you birth. No. Universe gave you birth through us. And so that means we are blessed, we are chosen, and we have a duty to perform. And that duty must be completely encased and made out of love, care, being a good role model, responsibility, devotion, unselfishness, patience. These are all the ingredients of raising a good child and delivering a good citizen to the world. And hopefully different societies will have the wisdom of treating their citizens correctly, kindly, respectfully. So this matter of love, respect, kindness will be a continuous process from any person to the other, and from top, from the governments to the citizens of the nation, and from the fathers and the mothers to the children of that family, and from friends to friend, and so on and so forth. It can be a universal law as far as I'm concerned. Well, another session I think should be ended right now, and you will have a chance to do your other things, and it was lovely to see you and hope to see you again.